Good morning, class. Welcome back. So, how's everyone doing today? Excellent. So, let's go ahead and jump right into our next lesson. Today, we're going over the Bill of Rights as part of the U.S. Constitution. Now, who can tell me what the Bill of Rights is? Right. Essentially, it's a document, it's a legal document that protects our rights. So, today, Today, we're going to go over the Bill of Rights, a little bit of its history, and discuss its importance on just its civil freedoms and its impact on our communities. Make sure that you have your textbook, notebook to take notes, and you all will be assigned a worksheet at the end of the class as part of homework. So, great, let's go ahead and move on. And let's just go over some basic facts on the Bill of Rights. Keep in mind, as we were discussing in our previous lesson, when the United 13 colonies were able to gather together, join their resources, and fight off the British Empire in the American Revolution, they were essentially starting a whole new government. And they wanted to take away the Articles of Confederation that was established by the British Empire and essentially come up with their whole new government. And that's what made them come up with the Constitution. However, many Americans who were essentially first generation Europeans uh, didn't want the same mistakes to happen all over again. So they made sure to tell their delegates, their representatives in each state, hey, we want some type of bill that gives us rights to ensure that we're being protected. So James Madison went ahead and proposed to Congress 12 amendments on June 8th, 1789. And after more than a couple years of debating, they were able to settle on 10 amendments that's now known as Bill of Rights. Of course, over the years, as we change with society and we want to include other members of our changing population to have rights, such as African Americans and other minorities, we went ahead and developed that over time. But these were kind of the first 10 that started off. Okay, so just to get a more visual understanding of essentially what we're talking about here, let's go ahead and check out these couple of videos. The first one would be the making of the American Constitution. Okay, let's go ahead and check it out. Great. So, what did you guys think about this video? Oh yeah, a lot of work in a stuffy room, no air conditioning, no fan, no technology. Everything was kept in secrecy, and they really made sure to stay enough time there to really talk it out and really establish a foundation, which is really important because if they hadn't been so thorough in their work, this newly formed country of the United States would have fell apart. So let's go ahead and now check out this video on the Bill of Rights. Great. So what did everyone think about this video? One at a time. Here, Mia, go ahead. Yeah, it's a lot of them that you've probably heard in movies, and one of the essential ones would be the freedom of speech, right? That you're able to say something and be able to speak your beliefs and your ideas and not get punished for it. And that happened a lot back then, and even today in some countries. So, for example, in certain countries in the Middle East, for example, Libya, or in Somalia, or even Cuba, citizens can't say certain things in the public because otherwise they will go to jail and they will be punished by their government for speaking out or being rebellious. Here we are pretty much free to say what we want. Of course, there's always social consequences of being judged or saying something that's inappropriate, but never to the point that you'll get in any legal trouble. So, just to recap here about the US Constitution, I'm going to read this quote, so just follow along. It says, "We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America." Again, essentially setting the foundation of saying, hey, we're setting in place this legal document in order for there to be a unified nation, have justice, and have liberty. And on the left is famous painting by John Trumbull, kind of showing in an elegant way what that environment would have looked like. Of course, as we saw in the video, these guys were probably really sweaty, and it probably looked a little less calm as is shown here. And then to recap the Bill of Rights, another famous quote from Bill of Rights: "The conventions of a number of the states having at the time of their adopting the Constitution expressed a desire, in order to prevent misconstruction or abuse of its powers, that further declaratory and restrictive clauses should be added, and as extending the ground of public confidence in the government will best ensure the beneficent ends of its institution." So essentially, it's adding further protection of its citizens so that there isn't any funny business. Any questions on the US Constitution and the Bill of Rights? All right, great. So let's go ahead and move on to our group activity. So for our activity, we're going to create our own Bill of Rights, except it'll be for our class. So I want you guys to go into your assigned groups and essentially come up with two potential rights that we can include in our classroom. And at the end, we'll go ahead and just be able to gather them all together and then take a vote, as we are a democracy, and be able to choose the top seven. Okay, sounds good? Any questions? All right, great. I'll make sure to be checking in with each of you and see what our progress is like. So let's go ahead. I'll give you guys about 5 minutes to come up with two, and then we'll go ahead and continue. Great. So how everyone think about this lesson? All right. So let's go ahead and go over essentially the top lessons here, and let's go ahead and just go over it a bit, what we all came up with. So all classroom citizens have the right to learn. That's one of them. Another one is has the right to read. Good. Has the right to speak, listen, and be listened to. has the right to use the phone in the middle of the class. I wonder who picked that one. Ask questions. Homework-free weekends. That will definitely need some clauses depending on our projects. Has all classroom citizens have the right to write? Good. Has the right to use the bathroom? Now that should be a given. Has the right to eat? We all have the right to eat. Otherwise, how do we survive? And then have the right to have fun. All right. Well, there's definitely a lot of great ones in here. I'm going ahead and put it into the poll. Let's take a vote. Perfect. Yes, I guess we could all agree that all of these, with exception to using the phone in the middle class, homework-free weekends, and bathroom, are not necessary. Everything else looks great. So, any thoughts on the whole group activity? Perfect. So here, let's go ahead and just jump into what we've learned here today. I want everyone to write in the chat, what is the Bill of Rights and why is it important? Go ahead, take a couple minutes. Want to see everyone participating. Excellent. Great, yeah. So the Bill of Rights, again, is a legal document that is protecting our civil freedoms. And it's important because it essentially lets us be free and it lets us get protected from any injustice. It makes sure that we're not being mistreated. And if we are, then we have the right to fight back. And here for homework, I sent you all a worksheet, so I want to make sure that you guys have it completed by next class. Please feel free to contact me if you have any questions. Really great job, class. I saw a lot of great productive work here, and I'm glad that we were able to learn this together. Until next time, have a great weekend, and we'll chat soon.